Today, I'm going to run you through the process I use and what works for me. Now, another lure that works really well both in estuaries and offshore and on inshore shallow reefs is the jerk squid. I've got a 7-inch here, but you can also use the 2.5, the 3.5, the 5 and the 9 in these methods. Once again, we start with our standard jig head. This is a 701.5 ounce Harpax. It might be a tad too small for this bait, but we're going to see what it comes out like, and I'm not going to open a new packet just for the demonstration purposes. Once again, we line up our hook with our bait as straight as possible and start feeding our bait on. Making sure that our bait sits as straight as possible and presents as naturally as possible. This is a killer bait for anything reef species related. The same as with the switcher shrimp, you can fish this on a circle hook. However, this only has a single orientation through the top of a bait, just like that. Very often, if there's a lot of peckers and small fish around and we're fishing with bait and our squid or chokka is getting pecked off, I'll fish a single large circle with a jerk squid like this on a bottom rig, and it actually works a wonder. Something else we employ in South Africa with great success to target cob or mulloway is what we call a cob catcher rig. This is essentially a short piece of trace line onto a weedless hook with a large weight attached to give us casting distance with soft plastics. Now here, most soft plastics have got 2 slits, weedless slits as well, and you'll basically just rig it in a weedless sense. The same principle applies because you want your hook to be as straight as possible inside your bait, coming out exactly in the middle on the opposite side, which for some reason I can't get done now. And this takes a little bit of practice, but with these larger, more stiffer baits, it can get a little bit challenging sometimes. And there we go. Now you have a completely weedless system with the point of your hook protected by the slit. Once a fish bites onto it, you can see it already nicked me there. Once a fish latches onto it, he'll push the soft plastic down, exposing the hook point and hooking himself. Now, you don't need to fish this with this cob catcher rig. You can actually fish this either on a weighted weedless hook like that, or if you're drifting or not casting very far or casting into structure like logs or bricks, harbor walls, you can fish it solely like that if the casting distances aren't too far and you want the most natural presentation.